All right, what's good, y'all, man? How we feeling? How we how we feeling, everybody? You know what I'm saying? Let's get these calls going. I guess I'll just keep up the box score while we're talking. Really not much else to show. Just a terrible game, terrible result. I'll just leave that up there. We're about to go ahead and get these calls going. We already have a caller, so I'm about to go ahead and get that person in. First of all, what's up, everybody? My game review is uploading right now, so that'll be out eventually. So, I'm just here to mediate and host. I'm not gonna do too much talking. So let me just go ahead and get started, man. We already got my boy Ivory here, man. Make sure I got everything set. All right, bet, man. What's good, Ivory?
Hey, what's up, Rico, man? This is one of those losses that make you look at the season and say, "Oh boy." I mean, all right. Let's start with Taylor Heineke, man. I think what we saw today, and what's interesting about today's game was the Buffalo pretty much played the same defense the Giants played. They didn't blitz him much at all. You know what I'm saying? He really didn't even get sacked, I don't think, the whole game. So they just determined that they didn't believe they rolled coverage to Terry McLaurin. They didn't believe none of our other weapons were athletic or good enough, and they didn't think that he could throw in the tight windows consistently in that wind, in that environment. And they were right, pretty much. He doesn't have a big enough arm, and he's struggled with accuracy. And clearly, when he doesn't see really clean windows, he really kind of holds the ball a little bit. And once he threw a pick, he started holding the ball and holding the ball and holding it. But to his discredit, though, Scott Turner didn't help him at all. We did one screen pass, went for 70 plus for a touchdown. Where was the screen the rest of the game?
Bro.
Where was the damn screen the rest of the game? It was a play that worked for us. We did not use McKissick and them in the screen game. So it was, and for some reason, Logan Thomas really disappeared after a while. You know what I'm saying? So our offense, this was a dreadful offensive game. We really did not put together really one really good drive the whole game. So that was just, I felt like at the end of the day, Taylor Heineke played bad. Does it reveal something about him? Yes, that he's not a franchise caliber guy. He's a guy good enough to be in the league. I don't think he's a bad quarterback. I think he's a solid quarterback. I just don't think he's the kind of quarterback that you can expect to carry your franchise or carry your team, because clearly he is really not as comfortable in that pocket throwing the ball. And they didn't call plays to utilize the things he should have. He should have been really running for more first downs, actually. He had lanes to run the ball. He didn't run the ball. So I look at it like that. Look, our offense, Scott Turner, he takes as much fault in this game as Taylor Heineke. Defensively, man, we were terrible. Everybody knows that. It's funny. It seems like it don't even matter what quarterback we play, because all three quarterbacks we played the exact same game against us. High efficiency, long intermediate routes, linebackers nowhere. All three games have almost played out the exact same way. Everybody gets healthier on us. And that leads me to think, what is the problem? What's the common denominator? I think it's the scheme. I truly believe we have talent to make the game harder on our opponent. We just don't have a defensive coordinator who's ever going to be aggressive enough. I can count on my hand. We probably blitzed like 5 times in the whole game. We really just did not attack Josh Allen. He stayed on his platform. Chase would rush outside. He would duck under it, step over to the right side and throw the ball. He just did it over and over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? And then our secondary, we were just catching the receivers. After they catch it, we would tackle. After they catch it, we would tackle them. I actually think poor St. Juice is a really good corner, and he's really starting to have a hell of a season. He's with his man. He's deflecting passes. I think William Jackson is good enough, but he's interchanging safety so much. It's Landon Collins one series. It's Curl one series. It's McCain one series. I'm looking out there like, what is he doing? You know what I'm saying? Linebacker play, dreadful. Cole Holcomb is bad. He's not an NFL starter. Bostic is bad. They won't even play Jamin Davis, it seems, enough to even see if he can make an impact. As far as Chase Young, He's a one-trick pony. He comes outside. The guy pushes him around the quarterback, end of the play. We don't have the tandem. We're not getting enough middle pressure consistently to when the quarterback steps up or can get sandwiched in there. So I just feel like we're playing a game where we have two bad coordinators, and now I think we may have a problem at quarterback. It's not that Heineke's bad, but he got hit a lot, and I think he was interviewed on a local post-game show. He talked about, he's nothing hurt. It's nothing that's seriously hurt, but I think he's banged up. I think he got really banged up today. So I'm on Kyle Allen watch at this point. I'm like, Lord, this dude got hit on his shoulder enough. And if Kyle Allen gets out there, you can just forget it. You can just forget it. And we're playing the Falcons. We're playing the Falcons team next week that actually beat the Giants today at the end. So they're going to have a certain amount of confidence playing against us. You know what I'm saying? Our low confidence, their high confidence. So I don't even know what to expect next week's game. I do know this. If Dak Del Rio and Fred Smoot talked about this on the local channels here, if he doesn't change his scheme, which he has not done like one iota this whole season, and doesn't start moving these quarterbacks off of their spot and making them uncomfortable, we don't have a chance to ever improve this defense all season. And that's incredible to me. We've played the same defense we played against Tom Brady in the playoffs. We've played that every game since then. It ain't going to work, Rico. That's all, man. That's all I got, man.
Nah, man, I appreciate it.
And I feel like Rivera, one last thing, I feel like Rivera isn't likely to make a change with Del Rio because he's going to chastise the players. And if he keeps staying on these players with a bad scheme, the players could quit on Rivera. So he has to be very delicate and make sure he's really overseeing the coaches' coaching and their philosophies as much as the players. Because if he leans in too hard on the players, they're going to quit. They're going to quit on him. And it's going to be some – because if we go down there in Atlanta and we drop 40 and we get 40 dropped on us, the sky's falling. The season's going to be under total crisis if Matt Ryan lights us for 40. And you know what's crazy? If we play the same defense, he just might do it because they got receivers and they got offensive talent. So I'm out, Rico, man. Good luck, man.
Man, it's ridiculous, man. I agree with so much that you said, man. I appreciate it, Ivory. It's just bad.
Yeah. It's bad. All kinds of bad.
It's
all right,
so
man.
bad.
All right, bye.
Everybody, man, thank you. Man, I super agree because, like, at the end of the day, the talent is there. Guys aren't winning their one-on-one matchups a lot of the time, especially when it comes to defensive line. But for it to be this much talent and for us to be consistently bad this long, I agree, bro. It's scheme. It's definitely scheme. We got Calvin up next. What's good, Calvin? Coach Calvin?
What's up, man? How you doing, Rico?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm good, man. Look, man, this is bad. This game was, and it's not about, losing to Buffalo. We all know they was in the AFC Championship game, but the way we lost, Scott Turner's terrible. I don't care what nobody say. He's terrible, man. He doesn't call a good game. This defense, man, 9 for 15 again on third down. That first quarter, first drive, they had the 3rd and 15. We playing 7-8 yards off the ball. 3rd and 3, we were playing like 4 or 5 yards off. It's like you just giving them first downs, and I don't understand why Del Rio's playing that type of scheme to let these guys play off in 3rd and short coverage. 3rd and short downs. I don't understand what we're doing out there. And Taylor, why are we keeping him in the pocket when he can't see over the pocket? That makes no sense. He's 6 foot. And I like Taylor. I don't think he's our future or anything, but I like him. But he's standing in the pocket, and it's like, bro, no bootleg, nothing. I'm like, look, you got to give this guy opportunities to have some success, and Scott Turner's just not doing it. Gibby had he averaged 2.6 yards a carry today. McKissick, which I feel McKissick, now I get it, Gibson may have a higher ceiling. McKissick runs better than him. Patterson, they're better running backs. They see the hole, they know how to hit the hole. Gibson makes big yardage when the hole is there. But in terms of like hitting it when you got to make a decision, Gibson struggles with that. But we keep giving them these opportunities. McKissick averaged 7 yards a carry today. You know what I'm saying? But he had 3-4 carries. It just, but all in all, man, the refs, they had some bad calls, but that's not why we lost, man. Mm-hmm. This defense is terrible, man. I don't even know what to say. I feel like this defense is playing when we had Minuski. This is the same defense I was seeing with Minuski, playing off the ball all the time, no bumper run coverage. I mean, you're not even playing with William Jackson. He's not even following the best receiver. Why you can't put him man on the best receiver and play zone around him? I mean, you just got him stuck in the zone when he hasn't had success in the zone. He's been a man cover corner his whole career, and now you're forcing him to play in a scheme that he's just not successful in. And it's not because he's not good. He's just better at man coverage. So this is bad, man. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. You know, the Washington football fans, we got to stop talking about, oh, you know, we got the Falcons next, or, you know, we got such a – look, man, we're not a good team. And let's be honest. Atlanta went to the Giants and held them to 14 points.
Yeah.
They scored 29 on us. So right now, man, Kyle Pitts, he gonna have his breakout game against us next week. He hasn't done nothing all season. He gonna have his first breakout game in his career. Ridley, I don't know how in the world we're gonna stop him. And yeah, Matt Ryan can't move in the pocket, but he can still throw. So this Atlanta game, it could be tough for us. It could be really tough because, we all know they struggle with defense, but they held them to 14 points a day.
Mm.
So I don't know how that's going to look for us next week. And then, you know, after that, we got the same. Then we got the gauntlet with, you know, KC and Green Bay, and then, you know, Denver, Teddy Bridgewater. And I mean, look, man, this defense is going to struggle the entire season if Del Rio don't make the change. Look, the zone ain't working, so let's go man. I mean, the zone ain't working, so let's go man coverage. Then you're doing that weak tail, you know, corner blitz. I don't see no blitzes in the A gap. I mean, I don't see no middle blitzes. I mean, nothing. It's just everything is 4-man rush and then play zone. No intriguing or extensive blitz packages. You're not trying to trick the offense. You don't disguise nothing. I mean, we are so easy to read, and that's why all these quarterbacks are killing us. And we haven't even faced the best quarterbacks of the season. So this is bad, man. This is really bad. I mean, and honestly, if we don't change anything, it's gonna get worse. It's gonna get worse. But because we gotta make a change somehow. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, that's it, man. You know, the turnovers hurt, but the scheme is bad. I think the scheme is bad on the offensive side and the defensive side. You know, I think we need to run the ball more. I don't want to see Taylor run the ball 8 times. He ran the ball 8 times today. And I'm gonna tell you something. He's hurt. He may not have cracked ribs or broken shoulder, but he is hurt. He's banged up. And I'm telling you, he ain't going to last the season. Kyle Allen's going to be in there soon. I'm telling you. Because the hits that he's taking, he's not going to last long, man. That's all I got, Rico.
Man, that scares me too. But, man, I appreciate that, Coach Calvin, man. But I agree with everything, bro. It's scheme. It's big-time scheme.
No doubt, man.
Yeah, for
you
sure.
Have a good one, bro.
All right, you too, man. Thank you. Man, it's super scheme. I mean, and I'm one of those people that will vouch for Scott Turner when he does have a good game, when he calls a good game. But today wasn't that day. Against the Giants, he did everything I asked him to. Put the ball in Taylor Heineke's hands more. He ran the ball, not as much as I wanted to, but he ran the ball more than he did against the Chargers and today against the Bills. He abused matchups. He got the ball in the hands of his best players. Terry McLaurin had a bunch of targets. Logan Thomas had a bunch of targets. And then he just went right back to his old sorry self again today. And then Jack Del Rio's just been Jack Del Rio this whole time. I mean, I don't know what's going on with that. Let me bring on the next caller. We got Will Austin. How you doing over there, Will?
Hey, what's good, Rico? How's it going?
What's poppin', man? How you feeling?
Oh, man, I am pissed about this game. I say Jack Del Rio needs to go. Kendall Fuller needs to go. John Bostic needs to go. Humphrey's got to go. Holcomb's got to go. Jamin Davis and Cameron Curl needs more time on the field. Benjamin St. Juste was a beast today. He made some good plays. Those Taylor Heineke, Kirk Cousins throwing picks, man, were horrible. Got to blame the offensive coordinator for that. The pass interference call on Stephon Diggs, it was on Stephon Diggs, not William Jackson III. I don't know why they put it on Jackson III. We need to run the ball more. Our running game is strong. I don't know why we're throwing all the time when we have a good running game.
Mm-hmm.
Why is it so easy for them to, like, other teams to move the ball down the field on our defense now, man? What happened to that top 5 defense we had last year? I don't see none of that out there
But
this year so far.
They
Yeah,
gone.
exactly, man. They gone. Like, are they sleeping, taking a dirt nap or something? What's going on, man? Cole Beasley was like burning Kendall Fuller out bad today, man. He made him look like a child, like waiting for his mom to come pick him up. I don't know what was going on out there. And the 27 points before the half, that was unacceptable. Like, them scoring like that even before that halftime play, you let them get into field goal range to get another 3 points before halftime when we had started to make a little comeback, that was unacceptable. And I say these Jerry Jones paid refs out here, man. Refs, they hate us. They hate us. I always say that when we play Dallas, they got those Jerry Jones paid refs out there, like helping the other teams win. So they hate us with some of these calls and not calls on the other team. We have been struggling with the same team that we can't get it right for years, man. It's like we get players, we get coaches, we get coordinators and all this, and we still can't get it right yet. Like the other caller said, man, we are not a great team yet. We got a long way to go. The turnovers ruined the game. I mean, the turnovers really costed us, and they got a lot of scores off that. We need a franchise quarterback. Taylor Heineke, he's almost there. He's not there yet, like to that franchise level. And I was thinking that Bud Light deal might have had his head stuck off of planet Earth somehow today, man. Some of the plays he made, it was like that wasn't the same quarterback we had the last 2 games. And where was Chase Young today, man? Is he stuck on the back of a milk carton or something? Because it's like he was getting dudes running over him. He couldn't get out there. He wasn't getting, like, tackles like talking about it. He wasn't getting sacks. And I'm like, what is going on? It was just a horrible game, man. It was bad for us. They made us look bad. I mean, they didn't blow us out as bad as it could have been because of some of the plays we made to get back in the game, but they just made us look bad today. And it was like, that wasn't my team out there playing today, man. I don't know what was going on. It's just a lot of work we need to have done. We had 10 days off to get stuff right, and it's like they didn't even play today. It's like they weren't even it's like they didn't have a practice. So I'm like, what is going on out there today? It was just horrible. We didn't look like Washington today, like the has been, like we have been playing. So I don't know what's going on, man. I was very disappointed. I know I got to go to work tomorrow. I got to hear all these Dallas fans talking trash, but they better hope the Eagles don't get them tomorrow night. I'm waiting for that game, so it's just bad. Yeah, bro, it was bad. That's all I can say. Yeah, man. Like, yeah. I had a question. Like, how did you become a Washington fan, being that you live in ATL? I just wanted to know that.
I was born in Maryland.
Okay.
What's the hospital? Dang, I can never remember the hospital, mommy. She wrote it down somewhere. I was in PG County. I lived in Mitchellville, Largo, and all of that. And then I moved to Atlanta when I was little.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good. It's all good. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
My cousins, I had a cousin who lives in Atlanta with my wife's cousin. He was born in Manhattan, like Virginia, so he lives in Atlanta now. So, yeah, he's still a Skins fan. So that's what's good.
Gotta be. That don't go away.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but that's pretty much all I got to say, man. It was just a terrible game, man. We got to do better to get through the season, man. Because like we said, we haven't even played all the good teams or the good quarterbacks yet. So we struggling hard, man. It's bad. Yeah. I appreciate you for taking my call, Rico, man.
I appreciate you calling in, man. I agree with everything you said.
Yeah. All right.
All
Take
right,
it easy, man.
Have a good evening.
All right. Yeah, you too. Peace.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, mommy. PG Hospital. That's what I was almost about to say, Mitchellville Hospital, but I was like, I don't think that's the one that exists. I can never remember. But yeah, man, I super agree with what everybody's saying, bro. It's ugly. It's ugly in so many different ways. It's like, what do you point out? You know what I'm saying? Like, what exactly do you point out? We got Timothy next. How you doing over there, Timothy?
Bro, I'm over here playing solitaire on my phone, bro. Like, I don't even know what to say, bro. Like, everybody done broke it down better than I could, bro. I gotta say, I'm embarrassed at what I saw. And I'm gonna be honest, because what happened was, so I had church, so I knew that the game, like I wasn't gonna watch the game on time. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just watch it at the church. I fell asleep, and I woke up. I'm like, oh man, I gotta watch this game. I get up, I start watching the game, and like we're looking good for a little bit, and then I get to the horrible part of the game, and I'm like, it got to the point like after they scored, I think it was like they missed, they went for 2, they missed that, it was 33-14, and then when they like scored right after that, I'm just like, I literally just said, I'm done, and I just turned off the recording. I'm like, I'm done. I promise you, I did not watch the rest of the game. And I was like, let me just go look what the score was. I'm like, I know we lost. I'm like, ain't no way we won the game. I'm like, it just got worse. And I look at the score, I'm like, of course. Like, just of course. And I'm just like, and I just got to the mindset, I'm like, all right, so who we taking with our top 5 draft pick? Because that's just like, ain't no way we're going to play this type of defense all year and we're not going to be a top 5 pick. Ain't no way. It's going to be in the top 10 at least. Ain't no way we ain't picking high. We got this, our defense playing like this. There's no way, bro. There's absolutely no way. And it's just, it was disgusting. And I'm just like, and just to see Taylor Heineke regress like that, I'm like, bro, all right, you made a mistake in the Giants game. You bounced back. You took us down the field. You know, we almost lost because Hopkins missed the field goal. Offside penalty. We get it. We win. And I was actually looking at D-Hop for a second. I'm like, did you just recover that muff punt? I'm like, all right, cool. I'm like, you look good in my eyes. I don't know what he did for the rest of the game. He might have sold it. I don't know. But it's always something with our team, bro. Whether it's Logan Thomas getting the ball knocked out of his hand, or Taylor Heineke throwing a daggone interception, or the refs calling pass interference. Bro, I have to say, it could have been more embarrassing stuff, but one of the most embarrassing things I saw was like Josh Allen just run past Chase Young. Chase Young was right there, and then it was nothing to Josh Allen. He just ran past him, just kept going. I'm like, oh my god, I don't know. I just don't know. I'm on my phone, bruh, and I seen a notification pop up. Somebody in this Washington fan page group talking about can we have RG3 back? I'm like, oh my gosh. I'm like, is it really that bad? And I had to think about it. It might be that bad. It might be that bad. And I'm just like, come on, bruh. I'm like, I'm at the point where I was thinking, I'm like, bruh, if we don't beat the Falcons, am I gonna watch any more of our games for the rest of the season? I just don't know. I just don't know if I can, bro. It's one more game of misery, bro. It's a 17-game season. I gotta deal with this for daggone 14 more weeks. Are you kidding me? I can't, bro. It's disgusting, bro. Oh my gosh, I don't even understand. And you know the thing with me, I've said it before. Like, bro, they keep fooling me, bro. Like, I'll see flashes of like what should be a good team, and then they just take it all away. Like when we were down 21-0, I was ready to turn off the game then. But then we come back as 21-14. I'm like, all right. I'm like, dang, but we are relying on the defense right now to make stops so we can get points on the board before it's halftime. Like, oh, that didn't work. Okay, they're up by 17 now. Like, or they made the field goal before halftime. I'm like, all right. I'm like, we gotta come out here and we gotta score. I'm like, of course we don't score. Come out at halftime. I'm like, what is that, bro? And I don't know. You know how everybody was last season, like getting hyped. Oh, we're a second half team. We come back from being down 17, bro. Just go ahead. If we go down 17 by anybody, just go ahead and call it a wrap, bro. All season, just go ahead and call it a wrap. With this defense, bro. I don't think we can get under a single score, like less than field goal difference, to like be able to come back and win games. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not. Like, I don't know, bro. I waited 10 days to watch this. 10 days to watch this football, bro. Like, what? What a waste of 10 days. I don't even know what to say, bro. It seems like every week I've been somewhat excited to watch football, but like, I'm just sitting here like, let me check out the scores in these other games. I'm like, oh, the Bengals beat the Steelers. I'm like, okay, at least somebody's winning football. I'm like, come on, bro. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully I'll be here next week in this call and we won the football game. Hopefully, I can't promise I'm gonna be there, bro, because I might not even watch the game. I don't know. I don't even know, bro. But all right, I'm gonna hop off because I'm over my time. But that was just
Hey, man,
disgusting.
you good,
Just
Timothy, man.
disgusting.
I appreciate it, man. Raw emotion, man. I feel it, bro. You speaking for all of us.
Yeah. All right, bro. Take it easy.
All right, man. Thank you. Next up, we got Rich. How you doing over there, Rich? What you got? I already know you about to put on a performance, man. What's good?
Hello, William. How are you doing this afternoon?
Oh, no, I'm scared. What's good? I'm scared.
How are you doing?
Sad. How you doing?
I'm doing okay.
Wait, nonchalant approach?
I was trying to keep it cool.
Coping mechanism?
Yeah. Well, there's a positive to everything. Everybody clap it up for the O-line. They did great. They looked dominant against a good D-line that's been doing good so far this year. Clap it up for the O-line. They did great. Antonio Gibson. Antonio Gibson had a good one. Had a good game.
We're digging for positives.
So I always talk about Morgan Moses. He's gone now. Samuel Cosmi played a great game. Can't take that away. He played a great game. This is why I want to see this every week against a good O-line. Good D-line. I loved it. But you're gonna tell me that we couldn't get Andre Cisco and keep Morgan Moses? Is that what you're gonna tell me? We could have got Javon Holland and kept Morgan Moses. But Sam Cosmi played his ass off. He played a great game. So I'm not putting down Sam Cosmi. I'm just saying that we could have done something else with that pick. Speaking about doing something else with the pick, I've said this multiple times. I'm dying on this hill. I didn't like the Cosmi. I didn't like that 3-player run on day 2. I didn't like our day 2. So Benjamin St. Juste, I guess he had a good game. What did he do that was special? I don't know, but he didn't wet the bed, so that's good enough, I guess. Who was our free safety? Why is Cameron Curl is not a free safety? We all know this. We're glad that we're getting out whatever we got from him in the 7th round. So just keep him where he's at and don't overcomplicate it. There's no reason to do that. That's not necessary. We signed Bobby McKinney to be in the box? Landon Collins can do that. Landon Collins should be a linebacker. We've been through this for months, years, and move on. We know that. We need a free safety, man. That's that. We need a free safety. We're not going to get Kyle Hamilton. He's just a different sort of specimen.
Yeah, no.
But we need us a free safety. I love Taylor Heineke. I think I've always said this. I think he's an elite backup quarterback, and he should be our backup franchise quarterback. But I was looking at him. He has 10. He has 10 touchdowns and 0 interceptions. He's looking pretty good. And Malik Willis. I don't know. I'm gonna need to look at a couple mock drafts, see where he would fall, see how many losses we need. I think we can get this done. I think we could. Yeah. Look, 73 completion percentage, 216 quarterback rating. 89 quarterback rating. My fault. That's better to say. 10, like I said, 10 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. I don't know why ESPN says this, but Malik Willis is 6'1" and Taylor Heineke is quote unquote 6'1". You're not going to convince me a day in my life that they're the same height.
I refuse to believe they're the same height. I missed that.
Yeah, that's not true. They said Matt Corral's 6 foot. I feel like he's taller, but Carson Strong 6'4", and it looked like Taylor Heineke was a little short today. But This was, oh yeah, Scott Turner hates Terry McLaurin.
Clearly.
Next. Chase Young. You do realize we could have drafted Justin Herbert, right? You realize that? You understand what we did to get you, right? We lost to Daniel Jones to get you. Like, we did. Oh, Lord have mercy on my soul. Another positive for my time right now. He's D-Hop. He's D-Hop.
D-Hop.
He's D-Hop. You know, he did his thing today. You know, he hit his field goals, hit his extra points, got it. They did some frisky shit. That frisky shit worked out in our favor. I love it. Frisky shit. Love it. Mm-hmm. One more of it. They did great on that. John Bostic, retire. Jamin Davis, get in the game. Paul Holcomb, why did you regress? How did you regress? Just a lot of questions. Adam Humphries, I didn't want you in the first place. Now you're just making me seem like I'm a genius. Oh, yeah. Another thing. Hire me and Rico. It's not hey, our phone lines are open. I mean, we're always
we'll work for food.
I'll work for food. I'm living with my parents right now. I'm a child. I'm in high school. I'm living with my parents, okay? Just pay me in food. I don't need much. I'm a genius. I have a Madden playbook that's better than Scott Turner and Jack Del Rio's. Speaking of Jack Del Rio, run man next. Please run man. The zone is not working, especially if you keep John Bostic out there and Kendall Fuller out there. That's not good. And that's another thing. Every single time we run nickel, we run nickel every play. If you haven't noticed, 2 linebackers in the slot corner. That's nickel. We run that every play. Don't you think that gets predictable? And it's always a zone. We don't run man, so it's always a nickel zone. Always a nickel zone. So you don't think that gets predictable? You don't think that gets easy on film? And then you can't cover deep, so that's easy. And you're playing Josh Allen, Stephon Diggs, Emmanuel Sanders, Cole Beasley, Isaiah McKenzie, Gabriel Davis. What do you think is going to happen? Like, what do you think is going to happen? You think you're going to have a chance of winning? No, you're not going to have a chance of winning.
But man, I appreciate it, Rich. We got a few more people on the line, but I because those are some good points, man. That, especially the nickel defense thing being predictable, same thing it's so annoying. But yeah, man, I appreciate you, Rich.
Always nickel zone. We got to blitz more too, but it's always nickel zone. Like it can't always be nickel. Yeah. All right, my time's up. Have a nice day.
All right, man. Thank you, Rich. Have a good evening, man. Hey, man, it's ugly, bruh. This was a really ugly game. We got Christian Miller next. How you feeling over there, Christian Miller? Mr. Voice deeper than expected? Oh, there we go. All right, there you go.
All right. Yeah, I just want to say, I want to start off and say, fire everybody and praise the whole defense.
Hold on, I heard you, but I'm not sure if they heard you because you kind of low. Are you close enough to the phone? I kind of heard. I heard what you said, but it came through low.
All right. Is it better now?
Yeah, that's better.
All right. But yeah, like I was saying, bro, it was just embarrassing. Jack Del Rio, he got one more chance, bro, and he needs to go, bro. He has one more chance. He gotta go, bro. Because look, man, he just needs to swallow his pride and admit that what he's running is wrong. He just needs to switch it up. Because if not, this season can turn ugly really fast. I'm not gonna go into panic mode yet. Like everybody else said, if we lose to the Falcons, I'm going into panic mode. But yeah. I'm not going in panic mode this week. But man, Tavion, I love Tavion. I literally just bought his jersey like 2 weeks ago. But for a number 2 pick, I definitely expected more, and I need him to do more. So I'm gonna just keep it real. I don't know. A lot of people don't want to admit it because he's chasing. But y'all just have to admit, bro. He is from what we expected for a big breakout year this season. He's been a little disappointing. Y'all have to admit it, bro. And yeah. But as in my boy Taylor Heineke, man, She had a couple balls. Our boys gonna say big victory, y'all. Y'all gotta chill out on our boy Heineke, man. But I didn't like that he took a lot of hits today. He only got me worried because I think he hurt his shoulder. He probably hurt his shoulder. I wouldn't be surprised if he showed up on the injury report in some sort of way this week for some shoulder injury or something.
True.
So yeah. And Scott Thomas, bro, you're so inconsistent, bro. You're right with Jack Del Rio. You got one more chance, bro. Because if you can't call a big game against the Falcons, man, you suck too. And you need to be packing your bags. And if Ron Rivera don't want to get him out of there, he need to leave with him. That's just where I'm at with it, man. I'm sorry, bro. But yeah, I don't have much to say other than Jamin Davis and Cameron Curl have to be on the field. I'm sorry. I'm a Landon Collins fan, but come on, bro. And John Bostic, just like Rich said, he need to retire, bro. So Rich, you're hilarious. And that's pretty much all I gotta say, man. I hope we can bounce back next week, bro. I don't know, man.
Appreciate that, Christian Miller, man. Sweet and to the point, and man, again, I agree. Yeah, it's ugly out here, but man, I appreciate it. Voice deeper than we expect.
Peace out.
All right. And we have 443. Who's this? 443. Who's this?
Joe, what's poppin'?
What's good? Who's this?
Joseph.
Oh, Joseph. My fault. Got you. I thought you said yo. Hold on. I can't see it because the curse is in the way. All right, bet I got you saved in. What's good, Joseph?
What's good, Rico? How you doing?
Man, just trying to figure things out on this end.
that game was, oh boy, that was a rough game. I was like, what's going on? Because it was like 21-0, and then they scored 14 in less than 5 minutes. So I was like, oh, we got this. We got this in the bag. And then out of nowhere, it's just like a bomb exploded. I was like, what's happening right now? Josh Allen ran for a touchdown and threw 4. I was like, damn. Just probably remember my fantasy. I was like, shit. Yo, I was pissed off. I mean, I got Derek Carr, but I was like, that hurt me. Because I really wanted to win that. But it's all good though. So I think that Chase Young is doing okay, but it's not his fault that he's not getting the amount of plays that he's getting. You know what I mean? I think it's the scheme that Jack Del Rio was doing, because Jack Del Rio put him back, and it's like he's not putting him in the dirt as much as he's supposed to, or letting him stand up and rush and bull rush. So I blame that on Del Rio.
Mm-hmm.
I think that Heineke had a fair game, threw 2 touchdowns, but those 2 interceptions were very how could I say this? They were very impatient. They were impatient throws that he could have had better opportunity to, if he was more patient, the plays would have opened up for him. And as for what was I saying? Because I didn't really watch most of the game. I just watched the game where I was like, I saw little by little because I was at the church and people were playing. Yeah, so I was like, what else? Who else had a? Why did they run flip play with why did they run a
Cam Sims
screen with Cam Sims?
Yeah, bro. I talked about that in my video. Like, bro, overthinking it.
They could have ran that with De'Ami Brown. He's more explosive than Cam Sims. They could have ran that with Humphreys. He's more explosive than Cam Sims. They could have ran that with McLaurin, and that would have had more yards. Like,
I agree.
And then And then Del Rio, he wasn't. I said Del Rio. Ron Rivera wasn't really doing as much as he should, because I know that 4th and 1 was not crucial, but he should have went for that 4th and 1. And I also saw that that fumble that Logan Thomas had. I don't think that was a clear fumble. I thought that his knee touched the ground. Was that really a fumble?
It was hard to tell. It was one of those things where it was called a fumble on the field and inconclusive evidence. So I think like if they would have called down on the field, I don't think they would have reversed it and turned it into a fumble. But they called a fumble on the field and there wasn't enough evidence to overturn it, so they just kind of let it rock.
Yeah. Okay. The rest was just Ray Charles out there. So it was just Ray Charles and Stevie Wonder. They ain't seen a thing. All right. So that's all that I had to say. Oh yeah, Kendall Fuller. How did Kendall Fuller drop that interception? Because that was like right there. Why? That would have been a pick six. That would have been 28 points. That probably would have changed the game. And now that's what I had to say. That's all I gotta say. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, Joseph, man. Again, I agree. A lot of mistakes, a lot of plays that were there for us to make, and we did make them, like that Kendall Fuller interception. And I appreciate that, Joseph, for real, man.
Yeah.
Yes, sir,
enjoy
man.
Your content.
Oh, bet. Appreciate it. You too, man. Have a good evening.
You too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We got Merle up next. How you doing over there, Merle?
What's going on, Rico?
We're good. We're good.
All right, everybody relax. Everybody calm down. I know it looks bad today. So let's relax. This is year 2 of a rebuilding process. Let's calm down. Just look at the film, burn it, and forget about this game. Let's move on to the next one. Yeah, some of the positives. I like the way Taylor Heineke played. It wasn't his fault that a couple of his guys fumbled the ball and couldn't catch on to the ball. That's not his fault. Also, I want to give Jack Del Rio an apology. And I know people are like, well, you're crazy for doing that, but think about it. He has to scheme up with guys who can't cover. He's trying to cover up guys like Cole Holcomb that we saw today gave up 2 touchdowns in coverage. He has to cover up for Landon Collins where we know he can't cover. And he has to cover up for John Boston. That hurts after a while when you try to scheme up to cover all these bad players who can't cover. And Ron's keeping these guys on the team and keeping them out there playing so there's no friction in the locker room. Because there ain't other players where Ben got rid of Landy Collins, John Bostic, and Cole Holcomb. But it's starting to boil over. You saw Chase Young on the sideline. And for y'all who killing Chase Young, you need to look at the all-22 tape and see what they're doing to him. He's getting chipped, he's getting double team, he's getting triple team. Somebody else on that defensive line needs to make a play when he's getting like that. So get off Chase Young back. He's affecting the game. It's just not being productive in sacks. But Jack Del Rio is calling the game with one hand tied behind his back. When you got that many players who can't cover, who can't run, they're not athletes. I've seen over and over again Cole Holcomb get outran by a tight end or a running back. Same thing with John Bostic. Same thing with Landon Collins. But this is year 2. This is what you want to see. You want to expose your weaknesses, get rid of these guys, and come back and get guys better for next year. I know everybody's like, well, what about this year? Remember, this is a 3 to 4 year process. This is year 2, game 3. We all know historically Jack Del Rio's defenses get better. I'm not going to give up on Taylor Heineke yet. He's played well to me these last 2 weeks. He's earned the right to keep on playing. So let's just calm down. Let's relax. And as far as Scott Turner not getting the ball to Terry McLaurin, well, they were kind of bracketing him all day. When you got the two best safeties in football, and then you have one of the better corners bracketing you, it's hard to get him the ball. So just relax. I did like the fact that they were running the ball. Our offensive line is probably the strongest part of our team. So that's just my take on it. It's a loss. Can't change what happened. Look at the film. Move on.
Yeah, they need to go heavy in the film room and get ready for these Falcons so we can go 2-2, and it won't look anywhere near as bad.
Exactly. The linebackers are not making plays in their gaps. And I'm not talking about Jamin Davis. He's played very well the last couple of weeks. He played well today.
Agreed.
It just wasn't noticed. It's just not being noticed. I mean, God bless Cole Holcomb. He's trying with everything he can. He's giving you everything. It's just not athletic enough.
Mm-hmm.
John Bostic, I know why Ron's keeping him to be the guy, be his voice in the locker room, but at some point you gotta let him go. And go out and get somebody free agency or bring up somebody.
And Jamie Collins is available. It's quite a bit of people available at linebacker. We just sticking on John Bostic.
You don't want Jamie Collins. You don't want Jamie Collins. He's too much of a flake. Some weeks he wants to play, some weeks he don't. All depends on how he feels. I saw it. I'm not trading for him. He can stay right where he's at. Yeah. But that's all I got for this week, Rico.
All right, bet, man. Thank you, Merle. Appreciate that.
Always.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good evening.
All right. You too. Go Dogs.
Oh, yeah. Yes, sir. All right, I think I saw Astonishing. Oh, Astonishing. Just, I got it on the screen. Call in 605-313-4144. The access code is 835-7356. You know what I'm saying? So I'll wait for you. You probably will end up being the last caller, and I'm gonna go ahead and dip out because they said that NFL Game Pass and all that is finally gonna have the all 22 film for the first time this season because we haven't had it the first 2 weeks. Supposedly we're gonna start having it now. So I want to see. I want to see if I can watch the film like soon after this. Like after I'm done with this live stream, I want to get to watch a film because I got to know who to blame. I mean, it's easy to blame Jack Del Rio and Scott Turner, and I definitely feel like they both deserve a lot of blame. But I'm also interested in seeing like what else is just going on. Period. Like who else, what plays, like how much is Chase Young getting double teamed, if any, all of that type of stuff. We have another caller in the building. 304. Who's this?
Astonished.
Yes, sir. My boy called in. How you? First of all, everybody make sure y'all subscribe to my boy Astonishing on YouTube, man. Great videos. What you got for the show, my boy?
Man, I put this all on the coaching.
Same
100%. Pittsburgh put out the perfect defensive game plan for us to beat the Bills. And it's a style of defense that we play well, but we just didn't play it.
It's a style of defense.
Jack Del Rio is giving way too much cushion in coverage, and it's building in passes that beat our pass rush, and then just our personnel. Bostic shouldn't be in there, period. We should be in the nickel always. Cameron Curl can put the play in from the nickel. We need different players. We need better play calling. And even Scott Turner, I feel like we should have had Taylor throw a lot shorter passes, stuff underneath to J.D. McKissick. I mean, I know it kind of worried him early on with Logan fumbling the ball, but it just the play calling I felt like all around was bad. And I think like we got to look for some players, man. Trading for like C.J. Henderson. Like when that whole thing about C.J. Henderson being up for trade, we should have jumped right on that. Like a second rounder for C.J. Henderson would have been huge. We're switching over to this nickel defense. We're going to want a more modern defense. We're going to want like a star player, like the star position. Like Jalen Ramsey plays or Derwin James plays. We're going to want somebody between like a corner and a safety to replace a linebacker. And we just don't have that.
Yeah, it's ugly. It's so ugly.
It was embarrassing. Like I went out there and made some dumb video yesterday saying we were going to beat the Bills, and we get destroyed, run out the building, and it wasn't like it was like the players. I mean, our offense. I mean, all those drops were bad, fumbles were bad. Taylor made some bad decisions, but I feel like the play calling was the worst part of it.
Boy, I super agree with that.
I mean, if we could there's just a couple pieces. Like people, like you already got the title of the video, you know, tank for a quarterback or whatever. But like, I'm like tank for Kyle Hamilton. Everybody's comping him to Derwin James. That'd be the perfect piece to add to this defense.
Yeah, nah, a healthy Derwin James is dangerous. That is super dangerous.
Yeah. So, like, Kyle Hamilton's coming up in the draft. He's going to be a top 5, top 10 player.
Yeah,
with the way
definitely.
With the way this quarterback class is looking, I'm like, nah. If we're up that high, I want Kyle Hamilton 100%. And, you know, Sauce Gardner wouldn't be bad neither. But we need something. Darian Conley's out there in free agency. You know, he hasn't done great, but he's got speed. And Del Rio drafted him originally. Maybe that's a guy that could help us out. I mean, there's guys out there, like, on practice squads. There's just more speed at, like, or Shaquille Griffin is on Miami's practice squad at linebackers, a 4-3 linebacker that we could have out there. It's just rough, man. It's just rough.
Very, man, very.
Yeah, man. I think that's all I got to say. That's so frustrating. I was embarrassed of the play calling today. It was just awful.
Man, it's not even the loss; it's how we lost. It's just like what's going on.
Yeah, man. Like I knew, like watching the preseason game with New England. Like I knew that this pass rush was going to get cut to pieces by quick passes, and then we just come out and play our secondary in a way that is just like, here, you can have all these short passes. I just don't understand it, man.
It seems so obvious. It's just like, why they're getting paid millions of dollars. Why do they not see it?
It's like, yeah, there's a dude in Atlanta and there's a dude in West Virginia that like see it happening and know, but for some reason these guys are just like, like, it's awful, man.
It's terrible.
Yeah, man, this is awesome. So, yeah, hopefully we don't look completely embarrassing versus the Falcons. All right, man. Have a good rest of the show. I'll be here in the chat.
Bet. Oh yeah, and we definitely better not look bad against the Falcons. But man, yeah, definitely appreciate you calling in, Astonishing. Make sure you get in the chat, plug in your channel. Everybody go subscribe to my boy Astonishing.
All right, man. Take it easy.
All right, man. You too. All right, we had like a whole wave of people. As soon as it opened up, we just had a whole wave. Rich, I see you called in back too, so I'll let you end it. Let me get the other callers. 443, who's this?
How you doing, man? It's Joe and Erica. How you doing, man? It's,
Oh yeah, what's good? What's good?
Oh yeah. What's good?
Oh, you have
what's good, man? Look,
you have an echo going too. Just be careful.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. I'm letting you know, man. I'm flying in for the Falcons game, so I'm gonna be there for it.
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yeah. I'm listening. I've been hearing a
Yeah.
lot of people trying to pull up to the Falcons game, man.
Yeah, I'm flying in. So, but man, I just want to go ahead and say, Rico, it's evident what the problem is. It's not the players, it's the scheme, man. I think Rivera. I think it's pretty much time for him to go because both coaches are calling bad plays mediocre at best for the talent that we have. I mean, if you watch the Giants game, bro, we were in zone the whole entire game. And Daniel Jones was just killing us. So you know once we get up in Buffalo that their QB is going to do the same daggone thing. And lo and behold, that's what happened. So I think pretty much, man, we're going to have to make a decision on the rest of the first-round picks we have on our D-line. Our goal should really, really be like, I know Aaron Rodgers is out of the water. That was my dream pick and have him mentor somebody. But I'm looking right now at Matt Corral out of Ole Miss.
I love him.
Yeah, he's a beast, but he has a cannon. I'm looking at him or that daggone offensive tackle out of Alabama. I don't know what his name is, but good God. Like, he's Jonathan Ogden 2.0, man. But it's in every facet of the game, it's like we're lackluster. Offense, defense, special teams. We don't have a kicker. When he said our kicker was good, I mean, he's terrible. I mean, Chase Young is getting swallowed up by 3 people, and we still can't get an adequate pass rush. We keep rushing 4 people, and then when they leave a tight end, it's 4 against 7. So, of course, we're not going to have a pass rush. And then when we're in nickel, we're still getting smoked because they're playing zone. So, I just ultimately think, bruh, Matt Corral is my pick because I think this is only going to get worse and not get better. Terry McLaurin was left out of the top 100. That was a disgrace. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, it is what it is. I'm hoping that we do get better, don't get me wrong, because I'm flying all the way down to Atlanta. You know what I mean? To meet family down there to go to the game because I wanted to go to the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. Plus, Julio Jones is one of my favorite players. So, and I was going to see if I can. I know they're probably not going to sell his jersey or nothing, but.
Yeah, it's over with. I mean, you can probably find it at like a nice little, cheap little store somewhere, probably in the hood. Somebody might still have them Julio Jones jerseys going.
Yeah. Because he was my favorite player. So, or one of my favorite players. So, you know, hopefully I can get them for a discounted rate. But I'm flying down, man. I got pretty good seats. But it's just, man, we don't have a franchise QB. We got a good running back. Our offensive line is kind of iffy. It's just, man, on both sides of the ball, bruh. It's just like the other side's coaching staff is always a step ahead of us and what we're supposed to do. I mean, granted, I didn't really see the game. I just saw the highlights, but I listened to it on the radio, on Redskins Radio up here, Sports Talk 980. I listened to it. So, and you know, the announcers are even getting frustrated. So, So it's bad, man. But like I was saying, Carolina let Ron Rivera go for a reason, bruh. And I'm just saying maybe now, man, we should really, 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 really consider some other options at just cleaning house and just trying to see what we can get, some draft picks or something, man, to continue to rebuild this team, because we got a youth movement. It's just that on both sides of the ball, bro, the scheme is wrong. So, yeah, that's all I really have to say, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, I hope I have a good time in ATL next Sunday.
Yes, sir.
So, but yeah, man, I'm still supporting your channel, man. So, I hope you continue to do good things.
All right, man. Appreciate that.
All right.
Yes, sir. My boy Joe. Make sure you have a good evening, man.
You too, man. Bye-bye.
All right, man. Thanks for calling. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We gonna keep it pushing. We got 757. Who's this? 757?
Oh, yeah, this is James Fisher.
Oh, yeah. Let me go ahead and save you in now. What's good, man?
All right, how's it going there, Chief?
Man, just as well as it can go after a loss like that. What's good?
Yeah, man, I got sick to my stomach, man. I had to change the channel, man. I couldn't take it no more, man, I have to say, I love my boys, man, but when they lose like that, man, I mean, my stomach just turns. I have to say, I gotta say, I am getting sick and tired of these coaches that we get every time we change coaches. They don't have a plan A and a plan B. Now, if plan A don't work, when they go back to the locker room at halftime, they should have a plan B, something that'll work. Now, Jack Del Rio, for instance, man, I mean, he hasn't have a clue so far this season, about how to run this defense. This is a dream defense that any defensive coordinator would love to have, and he's not taking advantage of it. And Chase Young, I mean, he should move him around, man. I mean, move it from the side, move it around, from one end to another, to confuse the defense. I'm sorry, to confuse the offense. And but Jack Rio hasn't made those adjustments, and it's really ticking me off, man. And if you don't want to coach this defense correctly and put the right personnel in the game, then Ron Rivera should take over the defense and call the plays, because this is getting ridiculous. I'm an old school cat, man. I've seen times that Richard Pettibon and Joe Gibbs, those two work together, offense, defense, and I've seen them make adjustments time after time. They'll come back and make halftime adjustments, and I see a big difference, with these boys. And I'm quite sure that, I was quite sure that Ron would do the same, coming in here. But I did have my suspicions about Jack Del Rio from last year. Starting off, and now I'm still having them same doubts again this year of him not making these adjustments. Also on the offensive side, Scott Turner, my God, man, I don't know what the heck is he doing. He's not running he should be able to run that ball. Well, the running game is there. It's there, and he should be able to run the ball at least on first and second now to set up the play action pass, because he got the receivers to get downfield. He should set up. He should set up the play action pass and make the adjustments to do so. That mess he called it there. I don't know what the heck. What did he get his play caller from a street ball or what? I mean, what the heck is going on here, man?
I wish I could tell you. I really wish I could be the one to tell you.
I'm telling you, man, it's like something when I was growing up, man, playing street ball, man. We used to call, funny plays. What do you draw it up on the, how we used to take a little stick and draw up plays in the dirt. That seems like this way he's getting his plays from, man. I mean, come on, Scott. I know you can do better than that, man. Really.
I mean, that man start off every play call with, wouldn't it be cool if we, and then call the play. That's what it seemed like he doing.
Yeah, exactly, brother Rico. And but man, he got to get it together now, or at the end of the season, Ron Rivera need to do an evaluation on his coaching staff, man. And in fact, do an evaluation on himself. Because this is going too far, man. Every year I expect something good. And this we get the same crap over and over again. I mean, we went through it with Jay Gruden. We went through it with Jim Zone. We went through it with, my God, man. It seems like the list goes on and on. I want to see another Super Bowl.
Please, I haven't seen one yet.
Yeah, I would love to see a fourth trophy sitting in that Redskin locker room, or whatever the case may be.
Please.
All right, but okay, I'm gonna get ready. That's all I have to say, brother.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Beautiful call, man. I got you saved in now, so you good.
Okay, brother Rico, you take it easy, man.
All right. Appreciate that. Have a good evening.
All right, man. You too, sir. Take care.
That was a fun call, man. That was great. That made a loss feel less bad. I can tell you that. Let me bring in 443 is dominating. I don't even know what area code that is, but that's been like literally a third of the callers today. Another 443 number. Who's this? 443?
Yo.
Yes, sir. Who's this?
What's up, bro? It's Jay, bro.
Dave, let me got you. Let me say you. All right, man. What's good, man?
What's good, man? I'm just in the awe right now. Like, I feel like this game, it's the way we lost. Like, I don't care if we lost. I just want to see us fight. Like last year, we gave so much of a fight. It's a headache, bro. You got any answers for what's going on with this D-line?
Man, I gotta. This is supposed to be the first week we get all 22 film, so I'm really gonna get a chance to look at them, and hopefully I can come up with an answer. Because I feel like even after I watch this all 22, I'm just gonna be looking like, you know what I'm saying? I hope I got an answer for you sometime later this week.
I really like Jack, man, but come on, you got D lineman playing coverage. Come on, you're not letting Chase eat. You gotta eat. Like it hurts, man. But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. It just hurts to see our D line not do what we used to. Like last year, we came in, like we started off a little slow, but we got it going after a while, and after that, we just got it clicking, and the defense ate for us. Like we couldn't even score with Haskins, but we still got it going. We found ways to win games, and that's what matters. Like, win.
No, that's a good point, too. Other people have briefly talked about D-line, but, like, that is a big point of emphasis that our D-line does not look like our D-line from last year yet. I mean, the whole defense doesn't, but it starts with them. So, yeah, I'm right with you.
What you think of Heineken?
He's still in that great backup, can probably win the division type of quarterback. I got to see more for me to think that he's a franchise quarterback. But as of right now, he's an elite backup. Like as a backup quarterback, he's probably the best, at least top 3. But as far as starting quarterback, I don't know. I'm still one of them guys. I want one of those big arm, super mobile, or just playmaker type of guys. Taylor Heineke's a playmaker, right, but he's limited. He's not the fastest. He's not very tall. He doesn't have a lot of arm strength. He makes plays, but sometimes when your arm isn't that strong, you need to see things quicker. If your arm isn't strong enough, your eyes need to be quick enough. Sometimes he sees things a little bit late, and then he tries to make the throws that Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, Pat Mahomes can make, because they can see things late and still get it there so fast because they have a rocket for an arm. But Taylor Heinicke doesn't have that rocket. He has to process things early to make plays. So yeah, we'll see, man. We'll definitely see. I still like Taylor Heinicke. I haven't given up on him, but I've been, do what you got to do to get a first round quarterback since last year, 2 years ago. I'm still in that boat.
So you feel like we should have traded for Fields?
Yeah, oh yeah, I would have taken him. Oh yeah, y'all, you know me, man. Lance, Fields, somebody.
Man. Well, you have a good one, bro. I just wanted to talk about our G line mainly, but hopefully we get it going and get to Atlanta. We got to bounce back or something and get to 500.
Bet, man. We better. Pulling up down here to me. Ain't no way I'm my burgundy and gold about to lose in my face. So yeah, man. I appreciate you calling in, Davo.
Already, bro.
All right, man. Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And even with the quarterback situation, like, I really wanted a Justin Fields. I wanted a Trey Lance. Now I want a Matt Corral, Malik Willis, or Carson Strong or something like that. But at the end of the day, even if you could probably even throw Justin Herbert out there, we probably still lose that game. We probably lose it by less points. But, like, overall, the team was just bad. Like, even the defense was just terrible. So I don't even think Justin Herbert, Trey Lance, Justin Fields, any of these guys I wanted or still want would have saved us from that game. I'm not even sure if Aaron Rodgers saves us from that game because the defense was just so bad. We just couldn't get off the field, and the Bills scored whatever they wanted to score. Granted, those 2 interceptions by Taylor Heinicke hurt us pretty bad. Fumble by Logan Thomas, all of that type of stuff. Scott Turner's play calling. But at the end of the day, the defense was just atrocious. So, like, y'all know me, man. Do whatever you got to do to get a franchise quarterback. God, I'm more of that than anybody else. But today, that wouldn't have saved us anyway. This was just a terrible game. That wouldn't have bailed us out at all. All right, we got 650. Who's this?
This is Arash. How you doing today?
Bet. Let me say you. Bet was good, man.
Let me tell you, not much. I love your program. Hey, I got to tell you,
Thank you.
A couple of things that really bugged me the most is that I think Scott Turner is not a mature coordinator. If you think about it, he became like a real official coordinator with Carolina. And if you go back in our history, look at Sean McVay, Cal Shanahan, I feel like they got their experience at our expense and went to other teams and start playing better. So my feeling is that when you look at the game film and you look at the way their offense operated, they were throwing the ball quick. And all these 3 teams that we played, not that they don't go deep, but they get the ball out quick, knowing we have a good defense. Well, our offense isn't mature yet together as a whole. They still need some development. Get the ball out of Heinicke's hand quick. He doesn't have the deep arm strength. Do the high percentage passes. That's what Joe Montana did. Joe Montana didn't have a strong arm. Joe Montana he kept throwing them short passes and high percentage passes to get the ball downfield. All you need is 5 yards every down. You do it 5 yards, you get your first down. Lull them, and then you can do the over-the-top stuff. That really bugs me from the offensive perspective, that we just don't think about it that way. And then the running game, everybody called that. We can run the ball. That's huge, and that's the maturity of an offensive coordinator. Now on defense, one thing I noticed when you watch Leslie Frazier, I love Leslie Frazier, by the way, he was playing a 4-2-5. Why don't we do that? A 4-2-5 would mean that, I know Landon doesn't like to play linebacker, but sell it to him, like move him around more closer to the front and then bring in that extra DB. And the other thing is that we lost 2 experienced DBs, Fabian Moreau and Jimmy Moreland. We got these other guys playing. They're kind of young. They're messing up. And have you noticed every game there's always that one big play? Like today, Stephon Diggs, he got beat early, remember? And he missed them because Chase Young was, chasing down a quarterback. But we had that happen in the Giants game. And if you look back, every game there's some communication breakdown. I don't understand why they can't adjust that. And I think back to Gibbs, and I think about offense. I'm going to go back to offense again. I remember when Al Saunders was there, Gibbs got frustrated. He said, we're going to play Redskin football. At the time, we were Washington Redskins, our Washington football team. But what he meant by that is that he didn't want to keep flashing the ball, waiting for the receivers to get open downfield. He wanted to run the ball and then play, the game that brought us success. So that's kind of where I'm feeling. I guess really bothers me that they don't think about that through that effort, and they're just really trying to make Taylor Heineke into something that he's not. Get the ball out of his hand quick, move him around. We didn't do any bootlegs either in this game. So that's just kind of where I'm coming from. I'm real passionate about it. I'm just tired of seeing the way they're playing these days.
No, you brought up great points. First of all, because like even Coach Calvin brought up earlier in the call that we need to run bootlegs with Taylor Heineke. He's short. Don't force him to make plays behind these 6'6" guys. He's 6'1". He can barely see. Let him roll him out and let him make plays on the run. And like have it designed, not him improvising. It's 6 seconds in the play. Now he's running out of the pocket. Make it so like immediately as soon as the ball is hiked, play action, bootleg type of thing. But yeah, those were some great points. I love the way how you broke down the exact offensive issues. We need to attack the short game like other guys are doing against us to neutralize our pass rush. We need to do that to them as well. Taylor Heineke's lack of arm strength, that will help him a lot. I don't want to take up your time, but I just super agree with a lot of things you said.
Appreciate it. Thank you for your time, sir.
All right, man. Thank you.
All right.
My boy Arash. Oh yeah, I got him saved. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That was beautiful. That was a beautiful call, man. I super duper agree. Love how he broke down everything. Let me bring on my boy Ted from Delaware. What's good, man? Ted, you there?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. What's good? What's happening with you?
Honestly, I don't know why I keep rooting for this team. I mean, it's the same damn thing every season. I mean, God, they're just. I mean, I tried warning people. I told you the defense wasn't good, and not only are they not good, they're fucking terrible. Like I'm sorry for swearing. I mean, they're just terrible. I mean,
you good?
Everything about. I mean, it's basically the same as it's always been. We have Terry and Tressaway. Those are our only good players on the entire team. I mean, when one of your punter is one of your best players, that's not a good sign. But I mean, honestly, like, I mean, it's just looking like we're heading towards another like 4 or fewer win season. I mean, that schedule is murderous, and after seeing how we got beat by one of those good teams today, I don't know how we're going to compete at all in any of the teams. I mean, all of those teams look good. I mean, I'd say we're probably 4-13. That's probably what we're going to end up with. And then what? We're going to have to get another high draft pick. And then what? We fire Rivera. So who are we going to replace them with? It's just the same thing over and over and over again. I mean, we've had literally everything. I mean, we haven't been able to figure out coach at all since Joe Gibbs. I mean, the only good coach we've had since Joe Gibbs was Joe Gibbs. I mean, and he wasn't even that great his second time around. So, I mean, man, it's the same old thing. It's always hype. I mean, we heard the defense is great. Chase Young is really good. And shocker, he's not that good. He's all overrated. I told you, he's just like RG3. RG3 won that rookie of the year. Because it was all hype. He was a number 2 overall pick. It was all this hype. It really should have been Russell Wilson that year, just like last year. It should have been Jeremy Chin who won a rookie of the year. But because Chase Young was the number 2 overall pick, it was all this hype. So everyone voted for him. I mean, he's not that good. I mean, he's shown that he hasn't adapted his game at all from college. I mean, you're playing the NFL. You're not playing Penn State. Like, you got to be able to, you can't just rely on your natural athleticism. You got to be able to adjust and learn the position. He's not willing to do that. And then not only that, I mean, the coaches are just stuck in their old ways. I mean, there's a reason they all got fired from Carolina, and we're basically the Washington Panthers 2.0. We just brought everyone over from Carolina, and they stunk in Carolina, and then shocker, they're not good here. Like, I mean, it's just maddening. I mean, basically, Ron Rivera is basically Jeff Fisher without a cool mustache. That's basically what he is. I mean, he's a very mediocre head coach. He's a nice guy. I mean, I was basically saying, this team, it hasn't changed at all. They're basically the same old skins. Like, I mean, I remember hearing this over the offseason. People talking about, oh, well, we're close, or we're close. I mean, where did we hear that? It was all we heard during the whole Bruce Allen era. Oh, we're close. We're so close. We made all these moves. We're going to be good. I mean, it's the same old thing. Basically, instead of having terrible, we have a bunch of nice guys on the team. They're basically a bunch of nice guys. They're not bad people, which is good. I mean, we have a good culture, but there's a lot more to winning football games than just having a bunch of nice guys in the field. That's basically what we have. We just have a bunch of nice guys that are wannabe players and can't play. I mean, Taylor Heineke is just a wannabe Mahomes or wannabe Favre. He's trying really hard, but he just doesn't have the talent to play. And he was far from the worst thing in the game today. And that defense is just awful. I mean, they're just letting guys get wide open. Linebackers are terrible. Defensive backs are terrible. I mean, the defensive line couldn't get any kind of pressure. I mean, I saw them trying to rush 5, and Josh Allen still had all kinds of time to throw. I mean, if you're rushing 5 and Josh Allen has all kinds of time to throw, then that's a serious problem. Like, I mean, I don't honestly. I hate to be negative, man, but I mean, honestly, I don't know why I keep watching this team. It's just draining me, man. The same thing every season. I don't know when they're going to ever turn it around. It just seems like they can't turn it around. They're just stuck. As long as Dan Snyder's here, we're always going to suck. I mean, that's basically how I've come to accept. I don't know, man. I mean, honestly, Terry McLaurin, I'm shocked that he still wants to be here. Like, if I was him, I'd be, trying to pull some kind of, Deshaun Watson thing or try to sit out because, like, I'm not playing for this team. I'm trying to force a trade and get out of here because, I mean, he doesn't deserve this. Like, he deserves a competent team. He deserves at least a decent NFL quarterback. I mean, he deserves so much better than this. Like, we're basically just wasting his career, and it's painful to watch. Like, I mean, the rest of the receiving core, they can't. I mean, I don't know. I'm just ranting, man. That was just one of those many just painful losses. You just watch and you're like, why do I just waste every Sunday watching this team? Yeah, it's brutal, man.
Man, very, very ugly. I mean, I feel you. That wasn't fun to watch. That was 3-4 hours of just sadness.
Yeah. No, I mean, I'm just seeing what, like, Josh Allen put up. Just imagine what, like, Mahomes is going to do to us in a few weeks. Like, it's probably going to be, like, 60 points on us or something. I mean,
we got to be better.
Honestly, I don't think they're going to beat the Falcons. I mean, the Falcons won today, and this team never can beat Matt Ryan. I mean, I was looking at the rest of the schedule. I don't see any wins. Honestly, they're not going to be favored in any of the games the rest of the season. Maybe some of the divisional games, but that's about it. I don't see any other games they'll be favored, and all those teams look good. I mean, it's going to be. I mean, they're definitely. I would be shocked if they don't end up with a top 5 pick draft pick. And then, I mean, what do? You draft another quarterback? I mean, how many times have we done that? Oh, we get a new coach, new quarterback, we new defense. Like rebuild after rebuild. It's just this perpetual rebuild that's been going on for like 30 straight years. Like,
yeah, longer than I've been alive, man.
Yeah, I'm almost 21, so I mean, I don't have any memory of the glory days of like the 80s and early 90s. So I have no idea what it's like to watch a decent team. But, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I honestly, I mean, I know it's maybe people say it's overreacting, but I mean, I think it's pretty obvious Rivera is just a very average NFL head coach. Like, I mean, whatever happened to Riverboat Ron, like, especially at the beginning of the game, not going for it on 4th and 1, like, that's pretty safe. Like, they should have definitely gone for it on 4th and 1. Like, that's some paddleboat Ron stuff, not Riverboat Ron. He's a very safe coach. He's not anything like Riverboat Ron like we used to always hear about. Like, I don't know what's going on with him, and I mean, he's just too loyal to his guys. He's not going to fire anyone. He's just going to hold on to them. I mean, it's just aggravating. Very, very aggravating loss.
But yeah, man, Ted, I appreciate it, man. It's a lot. It's a lot we got to work on. We have to bounce back against the Falcons. There's no way we can lose to the Falcons. It's literally just
if they lose to the Falcons, that's pretty much the season right there. I mean, that season's pretty much over now. But if you lose to the Falcons, you'll be 1-3, and then you have just brutal opponent after brutal opponent for like 6 straight weeks. I mean, they could easily end up like 1-9 or 1-10. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if this team ends up like 2-15 or something. I mean, they look terrible.
Yeah, man, we got to get it together. It's still early, but yeah, we got to fix some things, especially this coaching mainly. Coaching is number one right now. Scott Turner, Jack Del Rio, all of that, man. But man, I appreciate the call, man. Hopefully when you call back next week, it'll be after a win, so we can celebrate.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know if I can keep watching this team. I don't know why I keep doing it. Yeah. Anyway, you do a great job, man. I'm gonna go.
All right, man. Appreciate it, man. Have a good evening. Who is this? Oh, this is Rick D. What's good, Rick D?
Hey, brother. How you doing?
Man, as good as I can be after a loss like that. What's happening with you?
Well, I got good news and bad news.
Okay.
Good news is I didn't get to watch the game today. Internet went out. That was terrible, man. But again, we got to see Trubisky. We got to see D-line not get home. What's going on there? I mean, I have more questions. I did not watch the game, so I don't know exactly who hit, who didn't hit, who was close. What's going on?
Nah, D-line just wasn't really there. Deron Payne was getting held a lot, especially early on when I was looking. But everybody else was just there. Just there collecting a paycheck.
Wow. Well, but our back corners, they look good.
Kendall Fuller getting burned. Benjamin St. Juste was a little ugly in the beginning, but got it together later. And William Jackson was just up and down. So not really. Still seeing quite a bit of Landon Collins more than Cameron Curl, which is annoying. Still seeing John Bostic more than Jamin Davis. But Jamin Davis looked good today. He just barely played.
Well, he don't need to play. Anyway, but why can't they do what we did last year? I mean, you know, Landon Collins, when he went out, man, our back end looked so good when Collins was out, especially with Cameron Curl in there. Why can't they, goodness gracious. I'm sorry, that's my dog.
Oh, you get it. I have two myself.
But I'm sorry. But I'm going to let you go. I got ribs on. So,
all right.
Hey, but when everybody goes down to Atlanta, and I know there's a few people going down there, where do they go to eat?
It depends what we're talking about. Wing spots I got for days. Ruchida on Campbellton Fairburn Road is probably my favorite wing spot, but American Deli, they're everywhere. They're the most dependable. Like, you can go to an American Deli anywhere in Atlanta. You should be straight. And then my favorite flavor of wings is honey lemon pepper. So beyond that, I can't really help you that much, but honey lemon pepper, anywhere you go. I think American Deli, you can't just get honey lemon pepper. You got to ask for lemon pepper. No, you got to ask for honey and add the lemon pepper yourself. But Ruchida, you can just ask for honey lemon pepper. My favorite wings that I've ever had. Between New York, Atlanta, anywhere that I've been, those are my favorite wings of life.
You're making me dream, bro. You're making me dream, man. That sounds good.
Boy, beautiful.
Good. And you take good care of yourself, man. I'll talk to you next week.
All right, man. Thank you, Rick D. Appreciate that. And yeah, all of those places are carry out. Like, they're not, you don't just go and sit in. I mean, I guess they have seating, but like you wouldn't just go to American Deli, J Buffalo, Ruchida, any of those places and just sit down and eat. There's an American Deli at one of the malls, though. I think it's Cumberland. One of the malls that I rarely go to. One of them has an American Deli. You could technically sit there, I guess. But yeah, most of them you go and order and then just pretty much leave. You can sit down while you wait. What's good, 202?
Yo, Rico.
What's good? Who's this?
It's Bobby Digital out in Los Angeles.
Oh, yes, sir. Let me save you right now. Bobby Digital. Yes, sir.
How you doing, my friend?
Man, as good as I could be after a loss like that.
Yeah, that was painful, man. That was like somebody taking my heart and just ripping it out and stomping on it. And the part that hurt the most was when we had that momentum shift early in the game. I really thought, I was like, okay, they might actually pull this off. Like that kickoff was an act of God. Like that doesn't happen. I swear, that was divine intervention. I was like, okay, something's swinging our way. But then it just got,
ugly.
It didn't. Yeah. Oh. But it's early in the season, man. We can't all be like season over. I mean, the Giants are 0-3, so that's good news. Sorry to the Giants fans out there. And then Eagles Cowboys are going to be on Monday, so one of them is going to lose too. So we got to see. I mean, maybe these are the growing pains that we need to experience in order for our team to grow and to get better, and for us to truly see and understand and appreciate, things getting better. Well, them understanding, appreciating, getting better.
Man, we gotta learn. All 22 is about to be big this week.
What's that? Say that again?
I said the all 22 and watching film is gonna be big this week. I mean, everybody needs to be watching film heavy, like an extra hour more than they would normally do. Like everybody, including the coaches.
I got to tell you, man, I watched Rivera's press conference, and he looked really, I don't know, he doesn't give off that vibe of like he's pissed off. He was so cool and calm and chill. And then I read on Twitter earlier something about when Chase Young ran over the sideline, and he was talking to Del Rio, and Del Rio was all relaxed, and he just asked him, if people aren't serious, like, you got to let me know, like when we get back to the building or something, some comment. I don't know if you saw that report on Twitter.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, the press conferences,
And I'm sitting there going, Chase Young, it's 3 games in. You haven't done much of anything. No sacks. You put some pressures, but every time he goes for the ball, he does that same little spin move and just goes right around the quarterback every single time. And it's like, dude, you got to stop talking, man, and you got to start doing. I mean, there's only 1 or 2 people on the front really doing work. Everyone else is either misfortuned or just not really trying, or I don't know, man. The defense is starting to really suck big time.
Ugly. Super ugly.
So, and I don't know if you're catching here in LA, man, the Rams game.
Oh yeah, I have it up right now.
Yeah, they're beating Tampa Bay.
Like it's nothing. And I'm sad too, because I picked them. I did my little pool where I do my picks for the week, like on Tuesday, and I picked the Rams, and then at the last second, like Saturday, I changed it to the Buccaneers, because man, it's hard to go against them. They've been undefeated since their bye week last year. But I knew the Rams were a really good team, so I'm sick, because I originally picked them, should have went with my first thought.
I'm telling you right now, dude, the Rams and the Chargers are teams to reckon with, man. The Chargers today were pretty badass, too. Justin Herbert's pretty solid, and I'm pretty sure Matthew Stafford was the missing piece for the Rams. They look amazing. I mean, to play Tampa Bay and to do that to Tampa Bay, whew.
Bruh, wow. LA went from no team for some years to 2 great ones.
Yeah, absolutely. Although you got a lot of San Diego fans because the Chargers were in San Diego, so it's pretty much like a Southern California team. But, yeah. Anyway, man, nice chatting with you. Just wanted to give you a call for once. I haven't called you. I've been busy with my music stuff, man. And I didn't forget I was going to make you a intro, man. I'm going to get to that. I've just been so super busy. COVID kind of died down, and I started touring again, so it's been a little crazy.
Okay, my boy touring. All right. You got Twitter? Hit me up on Twitter, because I'm interested in seeing all of that type of stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, man. Yeah, definitely hit me up on Twitter. I'm super intrigued. But yeah, man, appreciate you, Bobby.
Take care of yourself, Rico. Be safe, man.
All right, you too, man. All right, you too, man. Bro. Good evening. Let me bring on 301. Who's this?
Hey, my name's Dominic, first time caller.
Oh, bet. Let me save you. Hold on. Got you. What's good, man? What's good, Dominique?
Hey, man, I've been keeping up with your, street stores, and I was like, man, this dude know what he's talking about. But
appreciate that.
Let me just get down to the point. Everybody needs to pump their brakes. We only in week 3. You know, the Rams look good for a change, but let's see what happens when we all at week 17 and all of these teams who have all these, good records, what injuries that impact them, and let's see what the records are then. So I'm just watching, just holding off, as I would say. And as far as the Washington team, oh man, we need to hold some of them boys accountable for their misdeeds out there. They are just not playing. Some of them are playing the way they're supposed to be, but then others it just seem like they just doing their own thing, or as you said earlier, going through the motions. It's like it's not a priority to them yet. And at the end of the season, our record is going to show. We either going to have a top 5 pick or a top 10 pick. It is what it is. And I think Heineke is not a franchise quarterback, but is he a decent backup quarterback? Yes. But is he a quarterback that's going to, let's be honest, give you 10 wins automatically when you look at their schedule? Is he that type of quarterback, like a Tom Brady? Guaranteed.
That's a good way to think of it. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it.
Everything else falls in the line, but is he going to give you those 10 wins? And say all the bad things you want to say about Alex Smith. Alex Smith was steady. He always put the team in a position not to lose. Nobody liked it, but he always put the team in a position not to lose. That's just the reality of it all. I love Washington, but I'm really looking at it like they are what they are.
Ugly. That's what it is. that's what we are right now. Super ugly.
And everybody was like hyping up the defense, and I was like, they haven't played a game. Everybody did when they 0-0, but now we're playing games, and it's showing. I don't know if it's they reading the press clippings or what it is, but it's not transitioned over. You would thought that after Allen got his contract, right, that he would have regressed. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah, people normally get their money and chill. They get complacent.
Exactly. But he playing like his hair's on fire. So and let's be honest, the linebackers was always a problem.
Yep.
They never really addressed it. They never really said, okay. They addressed it with Davis, but he's not playing the position that he needs to play. And let's be honest, I'm gonna be honest a little bit. Holcomb is a backup. He's not a starter. And then Davis, oh Lord, I don't even want to talk about him.
Oh, you mean Bostic? You mean?
Yeah, I'm sorry, Bostic. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for correcting it. But that's been. I don't know if he got some tape on Rivera or.
So I'm telling
you, or something.
Got something on him.
I just don't understand the loyalty to him. And Collins, he's not playing bad, but he's not playing great. And again, is that scheme wise, or what's really good? Are they not playing him to the best of his abilities? And like you say, does Cameron Curl need to be out there more? And they just, because of his contract, we're gonna play you. So maybe use you as free bait somewhere. But again, all these teams are going to look at him and like, oh, can we really fit him in? No, not really. So he's going to be a casualty next year. But that's just my 2 cents. I'm just being realistic, and, I'm just going to ride this wave, but I'm not going to be mad if they get a top 5 pick. I'm not going to be mad if they get a top 10 pick. I'm not even going to be mad if they make the playoffs. I mean, it'd be a miracle, but it is what it is. But it's a long season. It's a long season. So you never know. It could start changing things around, and next thing you know, go on another 5-game win streak. Who knows? So I'm just gonna sit back and relax and not get too hyped, not get too high and not get too low. It is what it is. Your record states who you are. I appreciate you taking the call, man. Stay blessed, man. Keep doing what you're doing.
Yes, sir. My boy Dominique, man. Appreciate it. First time caller, got you saved in and everything. And 301 is the area code I had before I moved to Atlanta. So I recognize that one. Y'all caught me with the other one, the 443 or whatever. I didn't recognize. But 301, I know that one.
Yeah. All right, man. Like I said, stay blessed, brother.
All right, man. You too, man. Have a good evening.
You do the same.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Let me bring on 240. Who's this?
Hey, yo, Street Scores, man. It's Hawk, man. What's going on with you?
Oh, bet. Let me save my boy in here. What's good, man? How you feeling?
Oh, man. Street Scores, man. First of all, man, you know what, though? I'm going to change your nickname from Street Scores to Dr. Street Scores. Brother, I need to vent.
Okay.
I need to vent, man. You know what I'm saying? This right here, man. I mean, so, man, first of all, man, it just goes to show you, man, you know, what this organization could be, you know what I'm saying, the way we truly are. Because I look at the Baltimore Ravens game against the Chiefs, and this game against the Bills, we could have had that same positive outcome where we got the win, but we didn't. And so my thing is, brother, man, there's a lot of work to be done. I'll be honest, man. I drank the Washington football team Kool-Aid because I truly believe that we can go ahead and win this game. And you know what? Hey, look, that first half, man, they were showing me something. Then we just flaked. So, you know, brother, man, that's all I got to say, man. And look at man, I appreciate you taking this call, man.
All right, man. My boy Hawk, man. I got you saved in, so you official every time you call in here, man.
My man. Peace out with you, homie.
Yes, sir, man. Appreciate that. Yes, sir. Well, first of all, before I get out of here, let me thank everybody that donated. There was a donation a long time ago that I got caught up in what everybody was saying. Again, I'm giving people my full undivided attention on these calls, so I don't even know what's going on in this Rams game. I got it up and it's literally right here, but I'll see flashes and stuff, but I'm really like listening to y'all and envisioning what's going on. So my boy Matthew, appreciate the donation. Rico, trade some of those overrated D-line guys for some draft capital for next year. Hey, we already bailing on the season, man. Appreciate that, Matthew. Appreciate that big time. And then we just had the recent one. First of all, thank you for the donation, Fat American. But also thank you because you reminded me of the other one from earlier and you allowed me to thank him as well. So, I mean, I double thank you for the donation. Finally gathered up enough composure to watch post-game interview. Not even mad at Heineke. The defense, though, JDR made me miss my... Yeah, man, it's crazy, bro. This is bad. This is really bad. This was one of them games where it's like, I don't know what we about to do, man. It's definitely one of them, like, boy, we better win next week. There's no way you lose to the Falcons and expect to beat the Chiefs, Seahawks, Raiders. Who am I missing? I mean, the schedule is crazy. Oh, I can go pull it up right now, matter of fact. We about to pull this up right now. So, I mean, there's no way you lose to the Falcons. You expect to beat the Saints, Chiefs, Packers, Broncos, Buccaneers. Panthers are balling. Panthers are better than what we thought. Seahawks, Raiders are better than who we thought. And then after that, it's 5 back-to-back division games. We got, you have, like, the Falcons game is pretty much a must-win. I'm not gonna lie. It's literally a must-win already, bro, because you can't go 1-3 into that tough gauntlet of quarterbacks and defenses. So, but man, I appreciate everybody in the chat. I appreciate everybody that called in big time. I appreciate everybody that donated. Appreciate the support, both live streams during the game, this live stream, post-game live stream where y'all call in and everything. Man, I really appreciate all of y'all, man. Go ahead and check out my game review. I already put that video out. It finally uploaded while we were like already starting this live stream, so make sure y'all go check that out, man. And I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna catch y'all tomorrow with some videos, catch y'all all week with some live streams, man. And again, I appreciate y'all, man, for real. Ugly loss, but hey, the fan base still solid, man. We still rocking over here. Street Scores family still going strong. Some obvious things we need to fix, and I think we can get it back together. Yeah, bro, Kevin Pierre-Louis is graded like the second best coverage linebacker in the NFL right now, according to Pro Football Focus. And we released him because he wasn't a good run stopper. Now we can't stop the run or cover anybody. It's so stupid. It's so stupid. Trade second for Henderson. Yeah, see, I don't exactly know what's going on with the CJ Henderson situation you're talking about, but I loved him coming out of Florida. And y'all know me, man. I'm a Georgia fan. I'm going to be as biased towards Florida's players as possible. But C.J. Henderson was a dog coming out. So I don't know what problem is he having because he went to the Jaguars, right? I don't know what problem he's having because, hey, man, if they're willing to give him away for cheap, I'll definitely take him because C.J. Henderson's a dog. My boy Luck with a donation before we dip up out of here, man. I appreciate that. Man, again, I will catch y'all later. I appreciate all of the support, man. Shouts out to my boy Luck again for the donation. And yeah, man, I'll catch y'all tomorrow with some videos. Catch y'all all week with